So I was ultra Omega Doomscrolling, and I saw a video the other day saying, who should get Megalovania in Deltarune? And it was a pretty good video. I'm not gonna spoil it, so you can go watch it. It's this one right here. But it made me really think to myself, there's a lot of other songs that I want to see in Deltarune. And I think they need to be in Deltarune, or I'm gonna be very mad, and this guy might have to perish forever. And that's what we are going to be doing today. Now, this video is gonna be cut up just like the same one that I made last time, and we're gonna be talking about that right after I explain this format. This video is going to be cut up into 3 categories. Let's start with the first category. Who should be given the theme or where it will take place? This is important because we need to know which chapter it's going to take place and where the theme's meaning will make the most sense in the chapter's narrative and the game itself. Because remember, these are Undertale and like fan favorite songs, so like they need to go in really specific places or fans are going to be flabbergasted. Second category. Alright. What am I doing? How much will these themes impact the chapter, the time they play, and the game itself? Just remember, what Undertale and Deltarune are known for are the songs, meaning, and narratives to the story. For instance, Megalovania, its meaning is a last stand to the terrible, awful, disgusting things you've done. To sum it up. Also something to do with judgment and stuff, but who really cares about that? If these songs do return in Deltarune, they need to be for a really good reason. Or what's the point of them being there? So at the end of each segment, just like last time, I, the only logical person on the earth, will be rating them on a scale of 1 to 10 if they should be in the game or not. 1 being absolutely not, 10 being we need it! And number 3, there is no number 3. I don't know why I didn't say the second one was the last one. I wanted to build up suspense or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm sorry for wasting your time. I'm sorry! Now that we are aware of the beautiful format, we can take a second to ask, why?
Why?
Cause we're playing Bendy.
What's good, everybody, and my beautiful schmuckums? I am TheThen, and I decided I'm gonna tell you guys the format before I even do the intro, just to hook everybody in with my fishing rod that has a piece of donut on it. So if you like donut, I lured you're in. Lured you're in? What? You might be wondering, or forced to wonder, why I'm making this Deltarune Undertale video after I've been doing so much Marvel Rival stuff. Well, there's 2 reasons. The Chara and Frisk versus anime video just blew up again, and I'm so thankful and grateful. So I have been working on a script that I will be doing part 2 for that because you guys demolished the like goal. Like, it is quadruple the amount of over quadruple the likes that I said for that video. So I am so overly thankful. The other reason why I'm making this video is because I will be streaming Deltarune Chapter 5 with my friends on the multiplayer mod very soon. I don't know when, but just stay tuned. Okay, stay tuned. And if you want to watch that live, you can watch it on my TikTok, my Twitch, and maybe my YouTube on my second channel. That's where all of the other Deltarune VODs are. We've gone through the entire game, got all the eggs, got all the secret bosses. So if you want to watch us have silly little voices on all the characters, hopefully we'll be your favorite Let's Play streamers. We are, don't lie. But that does mean that I have not seen any Chapter 5 related stuff. So please, unless I say in the description of this video or the comments that I've already played it, do not leak anything from Chapter 5 in this comment section, please! But yeah, I hope you guys go forth and watch the Undertale and Deltarune playlist. We are very in character, and we take it very seriously. Last time we had 0 help, 0 insight of any of the secret bosses or the eggs, so it was very difficult for us. So if you know any of those things, help a brother out and be our guide. Don't leak anything though, don't leak too much. And feel free to say your theories and what you think is gonna happen in Chapter 6, because I'm a small streamer right now, so I will read chat when I actually have the power to read. And finally, let me know if you came from this video, because I will specifically say thank you to you, because every view I wish I could say thank you to. Hey, you see what I just did there? Enough time wasting. Let's get into the first song, or should I say cluster of songs that I think should be in Deltarune. Let's start with something niche. In Undertale, if you get a specific, very specific fun value, when you go to the wrong number area, you can unlock the sound test songs. Here you can find 4 loop jingles starting from Happy Town, Meat Factory, Trouble Dingle, and I bet you didn't even know this is here. I'm gonna put these all together as a cluster, so we're gonna go through them all rapid fire so we don't waste time. I also think since these are all so Gaster coded, they're all gonna take place in the same chapter, probably chapter 7 or 6. I'm not saying it in the other order. No! But I'll explain more of that when we get to the Gaster segment. First, let's start with Happy Town. We don't really know much about any of the sound test songs besides their names and what they sound like. I think Happy Town will either be like a warped version of Castle Town or Hometown, a little similar to the Roots theory. The chance of this coming into the game, I'd say, is maybe like 60-40, because just the fact that it's a sound test song in Undertale, I really feel like Toby is trying to use that sound test to foreshadow future songs or melodies in Deltarune. So I'd say 60-40, maybe! Now, Meat Factory. Quick little warning, we will be talking about a lot of meat in this segment, so if you don't like meat, you can skip it. Oh yeah, but I think Meat Factory is definitely the most popular one in the sound test, besides, obviously, you know, because of how it sounds and all the remixes I saw online. But just like most of the fans, I think it's going to be the core of Deltarune, making it very important in how it sounds. I definitely think it's going to have a core motif, which is going to be beautiful. And another motif that I'm going to say at the very end. But yeah, I think it's going to take place where Chris gets to see where all the vessels were made and how he really wasn't meant to be the cage. It's going to be a very reflective time for Chris. I don't know if Susie or Rouse is going to be there, but you know it's going to be weird seeing a lot of Chris's that are gray and grayed out. So I think Meat Factory is going to be the place where you see all the scrapped vessels that got discarded or something. But I think it's going to be a beautiful scene in Deltarune. And for that reason, I think Meat Factory has like a 80% chance of being in the game. That's just me though. I think it's the most important one out of all of them, except the last one. Trouble Dingle, I think is the weakest link out of all of the four. It might be the ERAM type vibe where, you know, that song where it's like, I'm gonna play it for you. But I think it's just gonna be like an intro of loading the new character or the boss of that chapter. Friend, Gaster, Papyrus. Trouble Dingle, I think it's just gonna be like I don't think it's gonna be like a theme. I think it's more gonna be like an intro meant to scare the player, make the player feel anxious or nervous about what they're about to see or fight. Or I think Trouble Dingle is gonna be like a chase theme for like either Friend or Gaster, whoever the antagonist of that chapter is. I think it has like a 40% chance to be in the game because I don't think it's that important. It might be a melody maybe, but I don't think it's gonna be that important. 100%. Do I really need to say anything? It's 100% gonna be in Deltarune, 100,000 gazillion percent. But that's not what I'm gonna be talking about. Have you noticed that every single chapter in Deltarune has its own motif? Or at least there's 2 looped motifs that play throughout the entire chapters. Here's chapter 1. These motifs are prominent mostly everywhere throughout the chapter. Now, chapter 2 is not as prominent, but it's mostly this. Chapter 3 is just mostly Tenna. And chapter 4, because we don't know chapter 5, is the remix version of the one in chapter 1. I'm saying this to say, if my theory is correct and there's another motif that loops throughout the whole chapter in chapter 5, Gaster's theme, I think, will be that one motif that loops and is most prominent in the entire chapter, either chapter 7 or chapter 6. Again, I'm not saying that. And because of that, I think Gaster's theme is going to be playing throughout all the sound test songs. That's why I think it's 100% going to be in the game. Because I think that's going to be the motif that loops, because everyone's been waiting and they want to see all the depth stuff, and that's for you to finally see. But now that we're with this, we can finally get into the next song. Sorry. Alrighty. It's finally time that we talk about songs with meanings to the story and the narrative of the game. Finale and Hopes and Dreams. I don't think they're going to be playing in Deltarune at all, and I have a good reason for it. Finale is the finale of the neutral route. It plays Flowey's theme, and it just has an amazing instrumental. And Hopes and Dream is the same thing, but it's Flowey's theme and the Undertale motif. You see what's happening right here? Just like Deltarune, Undertale likes to reuse its own motif constantly throughout the game to make you feel, I don't know, it just makes you want to feel it. It just makes you feel, man. And because of that, I don't think it's gonna play. There is probably gonna be a finale where you either refight the Roaring Knight again or death or something like that. But if anything, it's just gonna be playing motifs from chapter 1 to 7. Deltarune already has so many motifs that putting them all together into one song will already do enough, even more than finale did for Undertale and Hopes and Dreams. But there is a chance he sneaks in this part of finale, but it's very unlikely. The only way I see this playing is if Azrael gets a really important role, which I don't see happening. So because of that, I'm giving you an F. You'll get an F on your paper. Oh, this is my favorite of Toby's. The part that most people have been waiting for. Who will get Megalo Strike Back in Deltarune? Now, there isn't really a meaning to this song since it's not really in the game or any game for that matter. It's a song that was in a completely different playlist, but I do have hundreds of years of Undertale fan knowledge. I didn't mean to flashbang you guys. From everything I looked into, I think I finally figured out what Megalo Strike Back really represents. At least outside of Chara. Megalo Strike Back is a song that plays when all hope is already gone. This isn't a battle of justice. This isn't a battle of judgment. You already won! The person you're fighting isn't trying to save the world anymore. They're fighting because they have nothing left to lose. They don't care about the consequences. They just want to take your victory away from you. Oh, and you know they're gonna be pissed. Now, when it comes to Chara, every single time Megalo Strike Back is associated with them, it all leads back to the same point as the first statement. Power. Every time Megalo Strike Back has ever played, it had something to do with power. And that's exactly why I think Chris will be the one to inherit this theme. Hey, Chris is basically the Deltarune Chara. It makes perfect sense for them to receive a song that fans have forced Chara to have for years. I don't mind. Hey, but here's the thing. It doesn't just make sense because of the parallels. It makes sense because of the story, too. I got y'all. The last chapter of the Weird Route. You won. You don't need anybody anymore. You used them up. You don't need Noelle anymore. You used her up. You don't need Chris anymore. But Chris doesn't want to be used up. They won't stand there seeing you win, and they don't care what it'll cost to stop you from playing in their world. If you win, you get the ending you wanted, and you earned it. If Chris wins, they get the ending they finally wanted. After all, you still do have the power to reset. Hey, that's why Megalo Strike Back has an 80% chance to be in the game. This is definitely not biased. Also, very quick theory. I think all the Light World fights will be the same fight UI as Undertale. Here's the evidence. Look at the settings in Light World. Look at the settings in Dark World. This is the settings in Undertale. Look at the Light Nurse sprites. Look at the Dark Nurse sprites. I'm telling you right now, instead of the fights looking like this, it's more gonna look like this. But now it's time for us to get into our last song. And I know you've been waiting for this one.
Giant.
Megalovania. Sorry. Who will have Megalovania and Deltarune? I don't know. Well, hope you guys have a very blessed day, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Woo! Okay, I'm joking. But I seriously don't know. I've seen a lot of people saying they can go to Papyrus and go to Rogue's Card, and I don't really agree with any of them. I've seen another one say I could go to Susie. Megalovania is a last stand, and you're being judged on the actions that you have done. To sum it up, right? Am I wrong or am I LARPing? So we know the person that Megalovania will be given to is someone that will heavily change the game and how it's played and the battle system itself. Well, dang, I would have given it to Susie, but she's gonna probably have the battle against a true hero motif. But why can't she just have both? I mean, think about it. This is what Birdley's theme in the normal route sounds like. And this is what his theme in the weird route sounds like. One fight could mean justice because Susie just found out that you're working with the villain of the story, the Roaring Knight. And the other one could be complete judgment of the fact that you are the reason why every bad and wrong and horrible thing is happening in town. You're killing people and forcing the YALL to do it too. Maybe someplace in chapter 7. Another thing that people are forgetting is Megalovania is a very heavy lore drop. Sans says a lot of lore and gives you a lot of information that you would have never known if you didn't even do the route. So, judging on that, if it's the same for Deltarune, who is someone that is hiding information from us and would give the heaviest lore drop if we ever had to encounter them in a fight where they're not holding back? I mean, he does know that the player exists, so he can make this fight however he wants. He is always the person that tells you to close your eyes, so he knows exactly what insane mechanics will be in this fight. But that's just me. I don't really have an answer for this one. I do know there's a 95% chance of it being in the game, though, much higher than Megalo Strike Back, just because it's the most popular Undertale song. Yeah, that's it. I was trying for this video to be really short, but I love rambling and I love talking, but it's gonna hurt me in the edit. I already know that. So I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. For the people that are waiting for the next Frisk and Char versus anime, I got y'all. I'm gonna be working on the script. But if you guys enjoy this Deltarune video, you want me to make a Deltarune theory, make sure to leave in the comments. I got y'all. Please make sure at least 2 of you guys come and watch me and my friends play chapter 5. They're scared. But I'm not gonna make this outro go elongated unless I want to talk about more things. If you guys agree with any of the things I just said, like all these songs, I said thongs, let's not talk about that. All these songs coming into the game, let me know in the comments. Hey, just let me know what you guys want to see next, and I got y'all. Alright, but I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Hope you have a blessed day, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next time. And just one more thing, if Megalo Strike Back doesn't come in this game, I'm gonna crash!